I wanted you. If you were gonna dominate me, I wanted you to dominate.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted you to smack me around, and teach me. Say, no, you don't know this game
Yeah.
at all. Get good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Two Buds and One Podcast. This is a podcast Alchem and I are going to be doing, hopefully weekly. The plan is weekly, and it's a show where both Alchem and I are going to be. Basically, it's just a podcast where we talk about stuff. We wanted to keep it open-ended enough so we can talk about whatever we want, whenever we want. Well, not necessarily whenever. It's going to be on Sundays, but you know what I mean. But yeah, that is going to be the plan. We're hoping for at least an hour, and we will be going on from there. So, for those who don't know, my name is TheTechnojelly. I am one of the hosts of Two Bod One Count podcast, and the other host is.
Hi, my name is Alchem. I am a. What do I do? Do I give my full intro?
Just go.
Hi, my name is Alchem. I'm just a Tsuki vtuber on Twitch, just goofing around normally. And yeah, I'm gonna be joining in with my friend Jelly for our podcast now. So honestly, this is really cool, and get to try this out. I will be from what I told. I'll stream it live when we go live, but Jelly will do an edited, nicely tightened wrap package for all of you guys on YouTube.
On my YouTube channel, yes, which will be linked in all the places. Same with Alchem's Twitch channel, which is where we record it live, or he streams it live and I record it live. But anyway, so the first things now, I wanted to talk about something that I don't. So I guess I'll open up with a question for you, Alchem, personally. What is your history on real-time strategy games or RTS games?
Oh God, where do I start?
What do you think? Like, when I say RTS, what comes to mind?
Real-time strategy. I'm thinking. Oh my God, there's some games I just don't. Well, one, I'm thinking StarCraft.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. There was an old medieval-esque era game that I used to play. I just don't remember what it was called. It was really cool. You could control either different factions. Some are orcs. Some are Imperial Army kind of thing. And I think it was Age. I think
no. I think you're talking. You're talking. Is it 40K?
No, it's not 40K. It's not 40K. I would have immediately knew if it was 40K, but no, it's I'm blanking out because I played it way back when on console.
Warcraft?
No, not Warcraft. I would have definitely remembered that one too.
Is it a Lord of the Rings game?
No, it's not a Lord of the Rings game.
Because I played an Xbox game called Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle Earth a long time ago.
I made a sequel of it a long time ago, and I got it, but I got so disappointed because it was nothing like the original, and the tutorial took way too long to the point where I just got pulled out of it. I got disappointed because it was really fun. But I have a history of some of those games. I never got into StarCraft though. That was something my cousin showed me.
Oh yeah, I was really into StarCraft for a long time. The reason I'm asking is because I've been playing Stormgate during the Steam Next Fest this week.
That's what I've seen.
Yeah,
I've been watching. I'm like, I wonder what my friend Jelly's doing.
I've been playing
Stormcraft
a lot of Stormgate, because Stormgate is by the Warcraft 3 developers, some of the Warcraft 3 developers, and some of the StarCraft 2 developers from Blizzard when they left, and this is what they've been working on.
I was about to ask if it's before the whole remake or.
Oh yeah, all the developers that I know, it was the head of StarCraft 2, the head of the Warcraft 3 expansion, he was the campaign designer. It was the guy who made StarCraft 2 co-op mode. So it's a small team. It's less than 10 people. But it's most of the StarCraft 2 team. And a little bit of other people. And I don't know if do you know the creator Day 9?
No, I'm unfamiliar. Sorry.
Well, he's a big StarCraft guy. His mom is on the team. His mom is part of the team as well.
As what creative design?
She is a head of esports or something like that.
Wait, what?
She's like a manager of people basically. I can't remember what her specific division is though. But
that actually sounds really cool.
Yeah. But I think the reason is because for me, Stormgate is the most fun I've ever had in a RTS game since like StarCraft 2 or StarCraft Brood War when it first came out. And I don't know, like it is just like the most fun I've ever had in an RTS game. I mean, you obviously saw I played literally nothing but Stormgate basically for a week.
For a week, yeah.
Because because it was available during Steam Next Fest and it was like a public demo that you could play, and it is probably the most responsive RTS game I've ever played in like since StarCraft 2 basically. And it's running on the Unreal 5 engine, which is interesting. I've got a couple angry comments, which is hilarious, but you know, it's whatever. Because people don't like the game's art style, because the game's art style is very, I hate to say it, but it's very Fortnite-y mobile game. Like, you know, it's meant to run on anything because it's going to be a free-to-play game when it fully launches. So like they want it to run on everything.
I'm starting to think it's like you know how people have been saying for like TV shows and cartoons how everyone's trying to go with this certain art style.
Yeah.
The one like you're supposed to see like Steven Universe and like Star vs. the Ports of You. I'm thinking is the Fortnite way of designing characters, is that going to be the like that version? It's honestly the video game version of design.
I mean, the thing is that it's just because for a lot of people that talk about the art style, it does look a lot like I'll admit it. It kind of looks like a mobile game. But the thing is that like it does if you only have looked at screenshots and like, you know, that type of thing, like because when you look when you zoom in, the game's way too detailed to be a mobile game. Like it's also also very early on, like it's not fully finished obviously and stuff like that, so it's like okay, there's some hand wavy stuff though. I think there are some like just straight up placeholder stuff. Like one of the abilities for the human faction is like this drone, and the drone is straight up just a dog with a satellite on its head. And like I'm pretty sure that's a placeholder thing. I don't think that's going to be the official like thing what that looks like, but I mean it's still funny. But yeah. Or one of the original, like I've been following the development for years at this point. So like one of the original placeholder things was this chicken. Was the chicken because there's a chicken. Did you ever play Warcraft 3 at all?
Yeah.
Do you remember? You know how there's like neutral camps in Warcraft 3? So there's like these creep camps in Stormgate as well, and one of the creep camps is chickens, and it was supposed to be a placeholder thing for the enemies in these camps, but the entire community said no. Keep the chicken. And so they kept the chicken. So the chicken is just a high definition chicken and one of the things you can kill in for the camps for money. It's hilarious. It's great.
I do love that when game developers do that little touch. There's a meme or there's a someone did a really funny thing with their joke in game and they like let's put that in the game. Let's keep it there.
Yeah.
I know WoW's been doing that for years, a couple of times.
Yeah. A lot of in-jokes in WoW.
I know there was recently a really funny joke for Fortnite where someone did a video where they kind of crashed their car in between two trees and they couldn't get it out. So apparently in the map, you can find that car stuck between.
Oh, you can find the car. That's funny. Yeah.
I'm just like that kind of stuff. I do like when developers do that. It's
it gives
because it shows they're in touch with the community.
Yeah, it gives them a personality almost, you know? It gives the game a personality. It's like, I mean, Overwatch was full of that in the first like year when it came out. It was all in jokes basically.
Yeah.
Like everything was in jokes.
And now it's not.
I mean, there's still some in jokes, but it's just covered by the piles of microtransactions and battle passes.
My battle pass, I have to pay to get the premium stuff I have to pay to play the game, to enjoy the free content, and
apparently they're...
I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't like it.
Yeah, apparently they're rethinking the whole what's it called, the heroes being in battle passes. Apparently, they talked about like they're not in. They don't really. After the new guy came out, what's his name?
No,
Mong.
Maug.
Yeah, because he was. It became
Something like
super
that.
pay to win because he was like the best character in the game by far. And like
Yeah, once you've definitely learned this mechanic, yeah,
once you
he's
learned,
really good.
he was really good. And they kind of didn't like that it was basically pay to win because if you bought the battle pass, you got him instantly. And like ironically, like one of the main counters to him was himself at the beginning.
totally
I
didn't
think.
buy Malcolm the second he came out because I
Oh yeah,
saw the potential.
I know.
Totally
Yeah,
didn't do
I
that.
mean, yeah. I mean, no one. It's not your fault.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
I saw
apparently
it
they
before.
were rethinking that, which I mean is good. I think, but it just depends on what happens with what they do.
Here's hoping they do. Well, I don't know. Honestly, I really think I think the gaming sector is in big trouble, especially with the. I've always been against. I've been against a lot of the recent business practices of the gaming.
Oh, they're awful.
Yeah, I don't like
Gaming
the
companies
whole
are awful.
expansions. Yeah, I don't like the expansion thing. I don't like the season passing. I don't like that you're buying you're not really buying the live service thing entirely.
Yeah.
The whole live service thing was one thing I'm definitely against because that is set up all gamers now. Every single old gamer hates it, but every like younger gamer who's gotten into it and seen battle passes and all this live service shit. Sorry, I will swear a lot. By the way, everyone
It's
at the
fine.
podcast, I do that quite
It's
often.
fine.
But everyone who's grown into it is used to this.
Yeah.
But everyone who hasn't knows that what you're getting now is not yours anymore because once the service is done, it's gone.
Yeah, it's
for
gone.
the most part. Unless they have an offline mode, you're not gonna play all that stuff again.
Yeah. I mean,
Like right now. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, it's just like one of the things where I don't know. It's like in my opinion, it's not as doom and gloom as you say it is. I'll say the triple
give you an
A,
example of
the
one
triple
after
no,
this.
the triple A games industry. I agree with the doom and gloom. Like I don't know what they're going to be doing. Like they seemed like they're self-destructing at this point. But like video games in general, like the indie scene and the double A scene, I mean, they're all like they're just making video games, you know?
I think the indie scene will save gaming. I think
And the double A
AAA
scene.
has lost. Yeah, I think AAA has lost perspective. I mean, there was that big thing with
There's
Ubisoft
so much money
where
now.
literally they literally were like, gamers should get used to the fact that they don't own their games.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to sell them as I use the term experience because I feel like that's what they want to call it. Yeah, and we already have the era where everyone's trying to make it so you don't buy physical copies, you buy the digital pass, you buy the season pass. I mean, hell, the
Xbox
biggest
Games
example
Pass.
I wanted to give you. Oh yeah, I wanted to give you a good example. With you're familiar with Crunchyroll and
Yeah,
animation,
Crunchyroll.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you hear the big news that happened recently with
Isn't Funimation like going bankrupt or something like that?
Yeah, and so they're getting rid of Crunchyroll. So they're
Oh,
removing
really?
Crunchyroll.
I didn't know they're getting rid of
Yeah.
Crunchyroll. Damn.
Yeah, they because they merged like a few years back, and now they're like we're getting rid of it, and anything you may have bought digitally through the site, anything like animes or stuff like that,
It's gone.
gone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They
because on
even
their
announced
service.
it because people asked that. Yeah.
It's on their
So-
service, and their service
Yeah.
is
So
leaving.
if you bought it, it's gone.
Yeah.
So it's literally showing. This is the thing I've been fearing. One day, like it may not be now for a lot of things. Like you may buy a game from Steam now, but you don't expect it to suddenly be out of your reach and untouchable like 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Suddenly nostalgia hits and you want to play it, you can't because the service is gone, or I don't know, Steam just suddenly just removed it because they don't have space or anything, or some reason like that.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's kind of just like the life of the PC gamer right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because Steam, you don't own anything on Steam. Technically, they give you a license to play it.
Yep.
I mean, like I'm kind of like I'm in like a weird position where I don't know if I care about owning video games. The thing is about for me is I mostly care about the preservation of video games. Like there's some games that you just cannot play anymore, period. you know?
Thanks,
Like,
Nintendo.
yeah, yeah, like
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm calling them out.
yeah. It's like, I mean, like all Nintendo does this. Nintendo does it with all the eShop stuff, but just like games in general, like there's so many. Even though to be fair, a lot of the live service games that were made and failed, do you really want to play them again? Not really, but like
I want to play
the
the Virtual
the
Boy games.
yeah, but like it's just like one of those things where I don't know. It's you can't even for the people who wanted to, you can't, which I feel like is a problem.
No, that's what I mean. It's going to be a bigger problem in the future once these developers either start crashing or falling. Because, I mean, hell, the console wars is apparently over. Because I just found out recently, like Xbox is like, well, we're done with consoles.
Well, they haven't officially announced anything yet, but they've been talking about going multi-platform for a long time.
Yeah,
It's not it's not official yet though.
I mean, it's not the end of the world for them. I literally, and a good example of one of them that's done that and succeeded is Sega.
Yeah.
They still make games. They still succeed. There's just no longer a console brand. So it can work. It's just, they're just expanding to a bigger audience now. They're going to go with PlayStation. I still hope there's a console, though. I still want a console.
The only thing I could see a problem with that is that, the main problem is that Xbox lost. And they lost hard in this console generation, right? And it's just like, how do you recover from that right now in the modern video game age before? Because the problem is like, I find console wars funny, but like it is really tribal, and like the console guys, it's just like Xbox, the fanboys, guys just lost really hard. And the problem is, the part of the problem is that Xbox just didn't release very good video games for like 5 years.
And I was about to get to that point. How did they save it? Just make good games.
Arguably Halo Infinite is an okay game, but like it was an okay game like 3 years after it launched, because when it launched, it basically had nothing in it other than multiplayer. And I would argue that the majority of the Halo fans don't really play multiplayer. Like, most of them remember the campaigns and co-op campaigns, and that wasn't there for 3 years or something like that. And then when the campaign came out, the story sucked. Like, it's not really a story thing. And I was like, oh. I didn't even buy this. I didn't even buy the campaign. Like,
they made two major mistakes. Granted, now most games need to have a multiplayer in order to survive and sustain itself with either expansions, DLCs, cosmetics, or whatever. But they were banking on Halo to be that, and Halo is not that. It's more of a nostalgic thing for gamers of the older era who loved well-based stories, who enjoyed the story of Master Chief. Sure, there was a bit of a downfall with Halo 5, and they were expecting this one to be. They expect Halo Infinite to be the revival, the revival,
the comeback story.
But unfortunately, no. They just bare bones it, and
I feel like cosmetics. I don't know. I think cosmetics work on Halo. The problem is they just did it so horribly.
Mm-hmm.
All the armor suits look cool. Like I personally have never cared about like the different armor suits for Halo, but I know there's a lot of people that do, and they could have done it very well, but they just did it so horribly that it didn't matter what they did.
It felt bare bones when it came out.
It was
very bare bones. They did do a good mood. That move was that they had it so there's no time limit. You can get all the stuff, all the cosmetics, everything from battle pass and stuff. There's no time limit. It doesn't go away with the seasons. You can literally just get it at your own pace, which is good.
The problem is that it took like 30 years to level up twice in the battle pass.
Oh yeah.
It was such an awful system. It took like literal in-game, literal real life weeks to level it up like 10 times at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because of how awful the mission system was.
And because there wasn't anything really unique or any really good maps. Well, no, there were some good
maps. No, there were good maps. The problem is that there was like 7 maps.
There's no variety.
There was 7 maps and like the game modes were fine. But the problem is like, okay, do you like Halo enough to play the same 7 maps in Slayer for months and months? And the answer is, well, unless you're the hardcore audience, no.
Yeah.
Like, where were all the
there
fun
were-
modes? Where was Forge and all that stuff? And to be fair, it's in there now, but it's like 2 years too late, in my opinion.
Yeah, it
You only
literally
get
took 2 years for that to happen.
you only get one launch. You know, you can only launch
that-
once.
And that's another thing. Most game developers have become complicit with the whole throw it out there, we'll patch it later.
Yeah.
They don't want to. They'd rather release a game bare bones and then later fix it up and add all the bells and whistles. But by then, everyone probably has moved on to another game or something, and they don't care. Well, the only time people start to care about it is if like someone else shows them that it's really fun again.
Pretty much.
Good example is the only reason I ever see a game that looks really cool or really interesting or looks fun that came out years ago is because I saw someone else playing it and they made it look fun.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, it really just depends. I mean, there are some games that have good multiple launches, but like for the most part, it's only ever one. It's very few and far between.
Which is why I'm just like, I do wish we had the era where game developers made a good game at the end.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's like I said, the problem is that when you talk about the video game industry, you have to like have a very big like separation of AAA big publishers, the smaller AA publishers, and then indie, because they're like three completely different categories when it comes to stuff like that, you know, like with like just as much potential for all of them. It's like Lethal Company. Like Lethal Company outsold Call of Duty. Like it's like, but it had zero marketing. The marketing of Lethal Company was the guy uploaded a trailer on his YouTube channel and people ended up playing it on YouTube and it exploded.
Yeah.
I mean, the same goes for like things like Stardew Valley. Like Stardew Valley had basically no marketing except what some people found it. It's like, oh my god, this is. Oh god, what's that game series now? I don't actually remember the game series. Funny enough, I've never actually played the game series that Stardew Valley has heavily inspired by.
Animal Crossing?
No, Harvest Moon.
Oh,
Harvest Moon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like I love Stardew Valley, but I've never played Harvest Moon.
Like,
funny
your
enough.
Credentials are in trouble. I've never played Stardew.
I mean, I don't know if Stardew is really your type of game.
No, not Stardew. Harvest Moon. I never played Harvest Moon.
I mean, I've never played Harvest Moon either. To be fair,
we're both not gamers apparently. At least to the hardcore.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a hardcore gamer like some people. I can't. I'm not. It's just not for me.
I'm sorry. While everyone was harvesting and playing Harvest Moon, I was in Warcraft. I'm sorry. I was playing WoW all the time.
I was playing StarCraft. So I was playing StarCraft
Online.
You know, I was very late to the World of Warcraft bandwagon. The first World of Warcraft expansion I played was Warlords of Draenor.
Okay, you're later than me.
Yeah, I was really late. I was really late.
I jumped into Wrath of the Lich King because some of my classmates who were like, "Yo, let's talk." They're starting talking
like
about it all the time.
school
And I
guild.
felt left out, and I'm like, "I'll join too."
Yeah. See, the difference is that the people that I was hanging around all played StarCraft.
Ah, okay.
So we were all RTS. Yeah, like my IRL friend group, I met because I met one of the guys in a tech class because I saw him instead of paying attention on the computer, he was watching StarCraft on YouTube, and I was like, dude, this guy's now my best friend. That's exactly what I was doing.
Well, y'all were learning the noble gases. I was busy grinding.
Yeah, and then eventually, we also all eventually transitioned to play League. I played a lot of League in high school as well.
Jelly, did you ever use a gamer world? You played League?
No.
I can't believe you play League and you never. Okay.
No, I actually was I was part of the cool kids club in League because I was so reported less. I was allowed to look at other people to see if they were toxic. I was like, it was called the tribunal system. I was one of the. Yep.
You were basically the mod to make sure no one.
Well, unofficial. A lot of people, they gave a lot of people permission to look at the tribunal. That stuff for League, but it ended up not working because it just didn't help at all.
A little Just imagining a little
No.
slime with a like penalty card. It's like he swore over there.
Yeah.
Blows whistle. Like no swearing at the enemy team.
Yeah.
You said the gamer word. I can't. Like,
I mean, to be fair, also like I never cared about talking in chat in games most of the time, even like StarCraft and stuff. Like I just found it too much effort. You know, I didn't care enough.
You are the type of person who would type GG in chat after a match and actually legitimately mean it.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I do it in Storm. I do it in Stormgate now too.
God.
Though sometimes
you are a very rare breed. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah. One of my favorite memories from League is we were all actually my entire friend group, we were all pretty not toxic, right? We weren't like crazy, yell and chat type of people.
Is this a Canada thing, or I feel?
Oh
like,
no,
like
we found a lot of toxic people. It was just I guess my friend group. Okay, I mean the thing is that the difference between my friend group and I think other people that played League is that we would say it to each other, but we wouldn't type it in chat to all chat. We would just talk about it, We would say it like in the voice calls, like I think at the time it was probably Skype. I think probably. We would be being toxic to each other, type of deal.
Are you kidding me? I literally would be toxic to my friends and the enemy, and when we're talking to each other amongst each other about the enemy, like look at this horrible words that I can't say on stream because it'll get me banned immediately.
Yeah.
And it was like casual gamer talk at the end of the day.
Yeah. Oh no, we would
never say that. We would never really say that in IRL or to anyone, but in game we just gave a shit.
No, we never talked like that. Never. Pretty much never.
God. How I don't believe you've never run into anyone being toxic to you in game though.
No. I 100% ran into people that were toxic to me, of course. I was just talking about me and some of my friends. Like we were never toxic to. I mean, I get yelled at all the time in games.
Good.
Alchem, I played Valorant. Alchem, I played Valorant. I had to mute one of my VODs.
That's true. Okay.
I played Valorant and Counter-Strike. Like
immediately gets like just yelled at as he kills someone.
One of the things I always talked about was whenever people talked about League toxicity and stuff like that, and I was like, I don't know, I feel like at the time CS:GO was more toxic, and they're like, no. I'm like, yeah, they're just as toxic, but the difference is CS:GO everyone has a microphone. It's not in text chat, it's in voice chat. I feel like that's worse, guys, and I don't know.
I just imagine you would actually get banned for like horrible commentary, and it's not because of you; it's the people you're playing against.
Yeah, it would be.
It's like, oh man, but yeah, my era of gaming is.
I mean, we're basically in the same era, Alchem. I know you're probably older than me, but you're not that much older than me.
I am super ancient. I am back when Atari was the Atari. No, I know. What's even older than the Atari? When the game it was the ColecoVision or I was there with Coleco. I remember what was that one really horrible game that actually came out back in the old days?
Odyssey
Odyssey
was the old console.
Something's Revenge. Custer's Revenge.
Oh, Custer's Revenge. Custer's Revenge. Well, that's Atari. That's Atari though. That's Atari 2600.
That was like a. But I just.
That was like a terrible game. Or ET.
That was a terrible game for a very specific reason.
Oh yeah, I mean it was a terrible game in every reason, basically.
Yeah.
Like even if you take out all the controversial stuff, it's still a bad game.
It's still a bad game. I still can't believe that we had games like that since way back when.
It
hasn't changed.
I mean, there's still war never changes. I mean, gaming is still terrible on that stuff, but yeah, it's just I don't know. I feel like the gaming industry is still better now, though. Like before, it was the Wild West, and now there's at least some things. Like, sure, there's controversial games that come out, but like they're controversial because people care about the industry now.
Yeah.
Custer's Revenge
we have
wasn't actually controversial. No one knew about it until the internet, basically.
True. That's because, like, again, a game could come out with very little notice because no one talked about it that much, and there wasn't a way to like spread the word.
It was also
except
a
for, like,
black
maybe
market.
news and media.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that it was around the news and stuff like that, but like, was there like lawsuits and stuff again? Not really. Like, not like there is now. But that was also because I feel like the internet changed a lot of things.
Yeah.
And how
Like,
easy
right now,
it is to go through things.
Just all I know is stuff that I've seen in media and stuff from the 80s, from the 70s, from even as like the 90s and even the 2000 eras. Stuff just wouldn't fly hilariously.
You're frozen for me. Okay. There you go. Now you're there.
There we go. We're alive again, and don't minimize the screen, Alchem. Don't be stupid.
Okay.
Okay, Alchem, I won't.
Sorry. What were we? Oh yeah, the games industry and stuff like that.
Yeah, because well,
I mean, speaking of,
generally we're talking about our history in gaming. But
history. I don't know. I think I think the gaming culture has gotten a lot better personally. I mean, there are, I think in general, people just look at it back at rose-tinted glasses. Definitely, I think, because I don't know, but I'm also one of those things where people always joke about the old COD lobbies, and like I played COD, I was the COD kid, but I never heard any of that.
What, I don't swearing and
all the swearing and all that type of stuff. And like I don't remember hearing that in the COD stuff, but maybe I don't remember. Also, I might have had parental controls on my Xbox now that I think about it.
Oh my God, you are truly an innocent.
I think if I remember correctly, I might have had parental controls on the Xbox. Now that I think about it.
I have been called every word under the sun.
Oh, I mean, I was too. It just happened like yesterday when I was playing Valorant.
The last time I remember. Oh, right, the other day. But yeah, I literally got called everything under the sun, and that happened on the daily. So at one point, I just became numb to a lot of it. Like most of the time, if I ever get insulted like that, I'm just like, oh, was this pre-game lobby? I just literally my mind goes back to those eras where I just feel like, oh, next round is coming up, or I'm just gaming with everyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't faze me anymore, and to be honest, I just feel like it's normal. But then again, that was the culture I grew up with. That was a gaming culture.
Yeah, that was gaming. It's a lot better. It's a lot more. It's a lot more respect. Well, it's a lot more respectful now, at least.
True.
I mean, there are like it's not like trash talk and stuff like that doesn't exist. It's just not, racist.
Yeah.
I mean I guess that depends on where you're coming from. I guess it's still kind of sometimes
American. I just do. I mean, part of me misses the pregame lobbies, but then again, you have games that still do stuff like that.
You still have tons of games that do that.
I literally enjoy just playing, like Lethal Company is a good example right now.
Oh yeah.
I literally enjoy just going into like
public lobbies.
Games.
Public lobbies.
Yeah, just public lobbies, and I'm just chilling with everyone there. Some people are literally new and they're learning, so you get to see them like get terrified. Some are full of like experienced people who are like, we want to make it to the last level. I'm like, there's no last level. You just keep going till you die. And then you get stuck with some people who are just like the most reprehensible truckers, and they say the worst possible things. And honestly, had I hit the stream button when I played with those people, I would have been banned like 3 times over.
Of course.
But I like that stuff because it's genuine.
Well, you gotta keep that.
It just reminds me of the old days.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like, in terms of like content, it sucks. But if you're just a random player playing, I mean, go for it. It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Unless you personally are being offended by it, well then, I mean, luckily you don't have to deal with it. You could just leave and stuff like that.
And in terms of content, I can always just play with my friends because my friends know how I'll play. They know I'm probably going to self-sabotage or like ruin our chances.
Like, don't even lie to me, Alchem. You're doing it by accident.
Guys, shameless plug. You can. I'm kidding.
We do streams on Wednesday nights.
Yeah. Yes, we actually, shameless plug. me and Jelly do a stream together where me, Jelly, our friends Kisu and Zeke all stream
we
together
do Wednesday
and
nights.
play various games. So,
right now we're playing through Borderlands 2.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm not enjoying Borderlands 2, but I'm not enjoying the commando. You know, the turret feels so clunky. I don't like the turret.
He gets better, I swear. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, I never played Commando.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, oh man, the commando feels bad. The turret feels clunky. I don't know how you managed to make it feel more clunky than Borderlands 1, but they did. It's weird, but I mean, like I said, it's still Borderlands, and I'm playing with you guys, so it's still fun.
Yeah.
But like, it feels weird. And to be fair, though, I do think part of it was because the build I was doing was just kind of bad, I think. And then when I did the respect, I felt a little bit better because the turret basically did nothing, and I'm just specking into the turret now because I just don't think I need to spec into myself really because of all like the badass ranks and all that type of stuff. Like, I think Borderlands 2. I think Borderlands 2 realized people don't like the tech trees like pushing you into weapons.
Yeah, a lot of the time they want to build it. The tech trees became something unique based on your own personal character.
Yeah, and not weapons. Yeah,
because right now I'm playing mine, which is there's three different ways. There's either it makes you stronger as your character, just overall. It makes the bot stronger, so basically you start depending more on the bot, or they have this ridiculously unique hybrid where you get stronger based on this level of anarchy you get that you build up by doing damage and kills and
but not reloading.
emptying your shells, and it starts racking up the level of damage. You start doing like over at the maximum you can do like 300% damage or more with your shots, but the downside is your accuracy takes a dip for every higher level to the point where you can shoot a sniper rifle and it'll veer off completely off target.
You're shooting the sun at that point.
But they have this little added thing where near the higher levels, you get this other bonus where your bullets ricochet off stuff and eventually will hit the targets. Yeah. It's just a matter of you have to build up the anarchy to get it, and it's really fun. I mean, it's high risk, high reward. I love it. I keep forgetting. I can't reload. I have to remember not to press a reload button, but I keep doing it by mistake.
Alchem, could you move your cursor, please? Your mouse cursor.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Whoops.
That's okay. It was just because
we're professionals here. Professionals.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing with Borderlands 2 is that like it's hands down the shooting is at least better, and just like. The performance stuff. I need to remember for next Wednesday to try to see if I can turn off the HD stuff because I don't know if you guys are getting this or not, but like, or you are, Alchem, but I'm getting every once in a while the game just freezes for like 5 seconds, and it's not my computer. It's not like the Borderlands just freezes, and I think it's because the HD texture packs or whatever they're called. I needed to say
it might be that.
It might be that.
Yeah, you might need to because that has been reported to cause.
Yeah, because like Borderlands, look, I don't want to be like elitist or anything like that. Borderlands 2 should not be chugging on my PC.
It shouldn't be at all.
It shouldn't be.
I mean, Borderlands. I'm dreading when we do Borderlands. Honestly, I played it. I got into it. None of the characters.
What, Borderlands 3?
Yeah. I'm kind of dreading when we go there because I'm just gonna have to like muscle through it to get through it because.
I don't know. I mean, we're probably going to take a break after this Borderlands. I'd personally prefer a break from Borderlands after
swapped over. Do something more Lethal Company. I mean,
I mean, there's a couple games. I mean, honestly, I still haven't done any of the modded stuff. I still haven't even downloaded the mods, honestly.
Hell Driver 2. I don't have that game.
I don't have. I mean, that game looks fun. To be fair,
it does. Hey Chad, if you want to support your streamers, Helldivers 2. Wink, wink.
Helldivers 2 looks fun. I might get it at some time.
Yeah, same. One day.
I mean, another game that I eventually want to play with you guys at some point is probably like Power World and stuff. I don't own that though.
Do we? I see. I know that they mentioned Valheim one time.
Yeah, Valheim.
Like, if we just we just want to play a survival craft game. Let's just play Power World for now, and then just like
Well, I don't
we
own
could literally
own
do.
Power World. I don't
Okay,
own
then
Power World.
Valheim then.
Yeah.
Then Valheim, and yeah, we just like keep doing sessions where
Yeah.
our goal is to at least get to one boss. We may have to hit a grind because
Well, I mean,
I
another
have a
thing is
session.
that yeah, I mean, I don't know, like I haven't played Valheim since the very first patch, so like I will not know what to do at all.
All I know is I know the deer boss. I know all the way up to the dragon boss, and I've been playing a session for a long time.
Yeah.
We have not yet even found the plains boss, and I've already found the mistlands, but we haven't even gotten to the point where we can go there yet.
Yeah.
So, like, it takes a while, and a lot of.
I mean, you know, Alchem. I keep an eye on like co-op style games for when we want to play them. There's another game that I've been keeping an eye of called Sunken Lands.
I have it. It's so much fun. It is so good. Mia gave that to me, and I'm so thankful to her for that.
I mean, it's raft. It's raft, but guns. It's raft with guns.
It literally is. It's raft with guns. It was a lot of. I actually wish I could play it.
It's raft with guns and.
Motion sickness.
Oh yeah, can you not turn off like the motion or the head bob and stuff like that?
The water, the swimming bob, not so much. I mean, I gotta see if maybe. Well, I gotta see if maybe I can do that, and then if I can, I'll just ask Mia to watch my gameplay and tell me if she can. Because the last time she did that, she told me, it's motion sickness.
Yeah, I mean, games with water and where you're dealing with like boats and stuff always have that problem. Like I had to severely turn off all the bobbing and stuff in Raft, if I remember correctly. Because that's bad. I turn off as much as I do as much as I can to turn off bobbing and stuff like that, because I understand that's supposed to be more realistic. First of all, I don't understand what developers think, what is your head, what are these developers' heads doing that they bob that much? Like, what are you guys doing? How do you guys walk?
Just like imagining Jelly just to some game developers like, you see how it is.
Just I know, right? Just shaking their heads violently.
Is this how it is? Yeah.
Is this how you guys swim? This explains so much why water is such a hazard if you guys think this is how you're supposed to swim.
I will say this: I still like the game. I actually really. I'm glad we got to get to the end because that game's been out forever.
What game? Oh, Raft.
Yeah. Honestly, it was.
I mean, it's an interesting game. It's interesting. I don't know if they're expanding more on it or they're making a new one. I keep meaning to check. I can't remember if they're doing. I never realized there was
a boss fight in that game.
Yeah.
Several.
Honestly. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't expanded the weapons. I'm not saying add guns, but I'm surprised they didn't really expand the weapons, considering that there is boss fights and stuff. You know. Are you dying? Are you okay?
Someone in chat made me remember something, and I was like, "Oh, you fucking ass."
What? Oh.
Anyways.
What? Oh, is it the fact that I didn't actually see the ending? Yeah. I completely bugged out and fell through the map, basically, I think, or something like that. I was so confused. I was so confused when you guys were reacting to that cutscene. I'm like, I don't see anything. I'm like what is happening? I'm just frozen in place at this place where everyone spawns, and I was so confused. I watched it after.
Okay, good. I
watched it after. Yeah, so I saw it. And honestly, my thing is like I would love a more expansion on the world of Raft, because it didn't really say why the world is full of water and stuff like that. It talked about people surviving in the world, but it never really talked about what happened. Yeah.
It just all they do is mention that the world went underwater or the world sunk.
Yeah, and no one. How? It doesn't say how, why, where, when.
Yeah. I don't think there's enough water in the world, even if the icebergs did melt.
I don't think that. I don't know. Actually,
cover all the land masses.
It wouldn't cover all.
Well, no, it didn't cover all the land masses.
It's true. There's still some land masses in the game. Yeah. But, I don't know if they're working on anything. Honestly, I'll have to check at some point to see. But Sunken Land was a game that I saw because it was like Raft with guns, basically, and it was like Raft and like Forest had a baby.
Yeah,
because
and every once in a while, I played a little bit of it. I built a shelter. I was able to manage to survive, and it doesn't you don't get like to the point where you're fine and you just build the place. No, eventually, I guess they're called mutants or they're called,
they
I don't know
attack
what
you,
they are, but
right?
yeah, they just come out of the water, or
And just
not even
attack
come
you.
out of the water. They just start swimming towards you. I don't know where they came from, but they're swimming towards you to attack you, and you just have to defend yourself. So build up your defenses and get ready.
Yeah, another game that's going to be coming out soon in 1.0 is Sons of the Forest. I think they were talking about 1.0 as like the next patch or something like that. I thought.
Is it time?
I don't own it, so it'll probably not. But
okay, it's not time.
It's on the docket. It's on the list.
It's not,
basically.
It's not go time. It's not
go time for that. Because I don't even know. I don't even know if 1.0 is really 1.0 with those devs. I mean, the Forest 1.0 wasn't really 1.0.
Again, we're living in an age again where everyone releases a pre-alpha or alpha, then a beta, and it's like 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. It's never really rightfully done, but
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. It's not like I'm not like we do enough research, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm. I mean, another good example of that is Power World. Power World's not even in 1.0, and it's still
but it's still crazy. It's still crazy. Like it still has a lot of content though.
Because they did the thing. Everyone wanted Pokemon. They wanted to give it guns. I'm kidding. That's not actually. It's just a.
I mean, honestly, I would say
open world exploration.
Yeah, people saying it's Pokemon with guns, but the game is nothing actually like Pokemon. It's more like Ark, in my opinion. From what I said,
no, it's definitely,
I don't own the game and I've never played it. But when I look at one of people who play it, I'm like, don't get me wrong, the creatures 100% Pokemon, pals are 100% Pokemon, but like the actual gameplay, it's basically just Ark.
Yeah. So that's what originally when they announced the game, they showed it off and showed the creatures. Everyone's like, "That's just Pokemon with guns." And then when they came out, and people started to play it. A lot of people put the 2 and 2 connection. They're like, "Oh, this is Ark. This is just Ark survival kind of stuff."
This is Ark, but with Pokemon. And then to be fair, like from what I can tell, like the Pokemon, it does have like boss. It almost has like a Elite Four style Pokemon stuff, but like. And the Pokemons, I guess, do all stats and there's breeding and stuff. So like they took some, but like Pokemon is a JRPG, and this game is not a JRPG.
No, there are bosses. There are
and guns aren't guns like really far down in the tech tree as well. So like it takes a long time to get guns, or like it takes a decent amount of time to get a lot of guns.
Mm-hmm. Takes a while before you get them, and then afterwards, as I found out recently, about like maybe a week ago, there are rarities to the items. So I didn't know that there's like rank 1, rank 2, and up to rank 4 of some of the weapons. So now I'm like me and everyone in our server is like trying to get the rarest guns and stuff. So
yeah. Speaking of games that are in early access forever or don't release
development hell.
I saw something, and it's funny because I've seen a ton of like bigger streamers and YouTubers getting sponsored for this. So
the day before?
No, Skull and Bones.
Oh yeah,
Skull and Bones. I saw a Kotaku article, and it's hilarious. Because it says Skull and Bones has released 30 trailers for when it's about to come out. So 30 trailers for Skull and Bones, basically. Oh my god!
I'm trying to be the next Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've seen people that have played it and says it plays nothing like people Sea of Thieves or anything like that. People are basically saying this is the Division but with boats. Which, I mean, doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound that bad, but like it's not doesn't sound piratey, because the game's supposed to be a pirate game, and I don't think it's a pirate. That doesn't sound like pirate to me, but
it's not one of those. It doesn't make me go like oh or wow, or it just makes me kind of like
also
I'm not going ooh. I'm just going huh.
And the fact that it's still, I think it's full price or maybe half price. And I can't believe this game. I can't believe Skull and Bones is not a free to play game. Like, it really should be, in my opinion, a free to play game. Like, just like free to play it, sell all the cosmetics you ever wanted to. People will buy boat cosmetics I mean, like
Yeah, they would definitely buy
that.
it. Definitely.
That's literally the market of what's it called? Sea of
Like
Thieves.
for
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of
It's like
Thieves is it's
also
definitely
you're
cosmetic-based.
selling a pirate game. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can make so much money, in my opinion, and on cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. I don't know why it's not a free to play game just to get more people to play it so they can look at the store. Like
See all the crazy cosmetics you can do,
yeah.
what you can wear, the banners and flags you can
The
have,
flags, all
the
the
boat
banners, the
designs.
boat designs, the things you can put on the boats probably. Like you can I would say like make your cannons customizable, the flags, the boats, the sails.
Yeah.
Like there's so much things you could do. But
Like if you're not
I
grounded
don't
in
think people are going to
reality,
buy this game. I just don't think they're going to buy it. That's the problem.
is it too? That I was gonna go on a thing. Is it like really bound by reality? Like it can't have these crazy sales because back then they didn't have it. They didn't have this crazy color scheme because
I have no
back in the
idea.
day they wouldn't have it.
I mean, the problem
Okay.
is that the game's been in development for 7 years, so who knows what happened in the background.
Holy. Oh. Okay. I literally thought this game just came out maybe a year or two ago.
No.
Like at
It
least in
has.
the announcements.
No, that's the thing. That's why they've had 30 trailers because it was announced in like 2013 or something like that.
Jeez.
And
This
it's
is
been
making me feel like
delayed.
it's one of those
It's been
games.
delayed and like postponed, and like the entire team was fired at one point, and I think the head director was fired at one point. Like, the I feel bad for the people that have been trying to get this game out because like it's just been crazy for them, but it's just
Sounds like
like
the whole.
it
Just
this game, if this game
Mhm.
succeeds, all the people that worked on this game need a raise because
Mm.
they have everything stacked against them, and I just don't think
Yeah.
I just sadly don't think the game's gonna sell enough because
And
because the biggest thing is this game is like it's running off the hype of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is a long time
years
ago,
ago.
which is a very
Yeah.
long time ago. So like if this game came out when it was supposed to, like 2 or 3 years after Black Flag, I think it would have been fine.
Mhm.
But Black Flag was Assassin's Creed has literally had a like brand new game, like it literally went through a reboot by the time this game came out.
Mm-hmm.
Like
One
I
of the
don't know.
other things, one of the other bigger things is people are forgetting, and well, maybe it's not a thing that game developers don't see, or maybe most of the gaming culture doesn't see, but it seems like gaming wise, for most gamers, there's a trend. Like every
Oh yeah.
couple of either a year or maybe a couple of months, a certain brand or genre of game is popular.
I would say
Battle
it lasts.
royales were popular
I would
to
say
a
it lasts
degree.
years, not months.
Yeah, it
The
lasted
problem
years.
is
You're right.
the problem is that games take a long time to develop.
Develop.
So like
So
we're at the very end of like battle royales in my opinion.
we're finally out of it. Oh my
Yeah,
god!
right.
Look, I
We're
love
like
battle
right
royales,
now.
but
Oh no, I'm
yeah,
sick of battle royales. I'm sick of
hmm
them.
yeah,
Like
I enjoy some.
I'm done with majority of battle royales.
I'll still jump into them. Like I'll still jump into Fortnite. I'll still jump into Apex. But for the most part, I'm done. I'm done.
Ironically, the only battle royale right now that I'm kind of interested in playing is the Counter-Strike one,
Oh,
just because I'm just so interested in to see how that new engine for
oh.
the
Also,
Source 2 handles it.
I did forget the finals is also another one that I've been enjoying because it's just
Well, the
it
finals
is
isn't
just
battle
so
royale.
high.
The finals
Yeah,
isn't battle royale.
it's not a battle royale. Never mind. It's an arcade shooter. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
objective based arcade shooter.
yeah.
Which
I mean, the biggest thing I love
love that.
about the finals is they finally have a relatively long time to kill for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously there's ways to
Oh yeah,
cheese
yeah.
it. Obviously there's one
Yeah.
shots and like you can get two shot or like instantly beamed,
Yeah.
but like for most gun battles they actually last.
It feels like an
They
actual gun
last
battle.
like they last. It's like damn.
Mm-hmm.
If I was like there's times where like someone gets the drop on me and because I just hit more headshots I won. And like in so many games that doesn't happen because you get two shot and everything now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Now there's
everyone
actually-
loved like the COD like less than a second
The
time
high
to kill.
speed. Yeah, the high speed, but breakneck speed kind of action paced stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I'm glad we're moving on from battle royales. I think I think survival crafting is currently it, but I don't think it's gonna last that long.
I mean, who knows? I mean, apparently the Blizzard survival crafting game has been full on canceled or something like that. So who knows what happened?
There's a lot of stuff that's just getting canceled lately. They're like,
the
industry's losing faith in a lot of stuff.
I mean, the problem is that the AAA industry generally like follows trends, and like the problem is that there hasn't been really a new game from them that has created a trend. You know, like they've been following trends. Like the last big trendy game from big companies is probably Fortnite. Like, is there another game that it's Fortnite? Like maybe Warzone, but like Warzone was just like maybe Warzone, but like Warzone was following a trend. Like Warzone was following the battle royale trend.
Warzone was trying to think. Was there any like big AAA game
that made people think of like, oh, this is the new thing? I don't really know.
I don't consider like Street Fighter, because Street Fighter's a fight, and they're stuck in their own genre. They can't swap
the problem with fighting games is that like fighting games can be big, but they're big comparatively to fighting games.
Yeah,
you know, like fighting games.
They're never going to be the trend, because fighting games are.
I mean, if the last time fighting games was a trend was probably Street Fighter 2. Honestly, like when the arcade Mortal Kombat, yeah. I mean, those games are big, but they don't make trends though.
No, they don't. They don't. It doesn't suddenly become fighting game season. No. It just, that's a game that everyone enjoys. That's a game that came out. Everyone plays it. Yeah. Literally right now, I think in terms of the fighting game genre,
it's like Tekken. It's Tekken right now. Yeah, I follow a bunch of fighting game people, and I like Maximilian Dude has been talking about Tekken all the time. I think.
Chat, hey guys, I would love to play Tekken. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, selfish plug. I am shameless.
Yeah, it's okay. I understand.
I was like, look, it's a fight. Look, I can't help but fighting games. Fighting games are something I grew up with those. They're my favorite.
Yeah.
I literally can shut up right. Hell, sometimes when I'm not doing anything and I'm just chilling and I have no, like, say I'm not even with Mia and just enjoying my time with her, I will probably start up Dragon Ball Z Fighters or probably start up Blaze Blue and just practice my stuff again.
I mean, that's the thing with fighting games, though. Like the skill ceiling is like infinite almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's why I loved RTS so much.
Yeah, it's so much fun when you think you like spend a good 3 to 4 hour session learning your combos, only to get bodied by someone who's just slightly higher than you in ranking. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Just because.
I mean, it's like when you and I played against when you and I did the 1v1s in Smash. My goal was no, but for comparatively though, Alchem, me against you are the fighting game person for me. Like if I got 2 stocks off of you, I declared victory.
I totally was not holding back. I swear, no.
No, you were definitely weren't. I got angry at you for it.
No, never. Yeah, no.
I told you to stop.
I will tell you this from my experience of playing with many different people in fighting games. There are 2 people. There are the people who actually want a fight. They don't care if you're gonna body them. They don't care.
No, if you were gonna dominate me, I wanted you to dominate.
Yeah.
I wanted you to smack me around and teach me. Say no, you don't know this game at all. Get good. Scrub.
Yeah, get good, scrub, because it motivates them. Some people get that motivation, and some people. I've dealt with some people in the past who are like, no, I know what I'm doing. Don't worry.
Oh no,
and beat me and stuff.
Yeah.
Then you just show them the floor, and they get mad. And I'm just like, oh. And so I have to kind of like, oh no, I got lucky, I button mashed. Oh no, you're totally beating me. And then you can literally see the switch flip, where I'm now just taking hits easy and I'm falling. Like you can just tell, he's pulling back.
Yeah, funny enough, when it comes to Super Smash, when I went on, do you remember when I went on vacation a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
One of the things we did is we played a bunch of Smash together, and it's just funny. Because I haven't played Smash in so long. Basically, the last time I played Smash was the last time I fought you. So like it's been years, and like I was like, you know what? I think what was her name? Lucia. I tried really hard to get good with her. I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna give up. I'm giving up. I'm playing nothing but Kirby now. And I did nothing but down B. And we turned. I mean, to be fair, when we're playing party mode. Like we have items on. We're playing the fun
Oh yeah,
maps
no.
and stuff like that. I'm like, I
That's
am
literally
playing.
what it should be.
And I was like, I am playing nothing but Pikachu and Kirby, and I'm doing nothing but down B on both of them.
That's exactly what Smash
Yeah.
Bros. Should be. That's the fun version.
Yeah.
People then made it like competitive fighting, and
I mean, I think there is a fun thing for Smash and 1v1s and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
I think people get a little too serious when people talk about having fun with the items on and stuff, and they're like, "No, that's not how you have fun." I'm like, guys,
That's how you have a party
you can't
mode.
you can't
That's
tell
literally party
people
mode.
how to have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's.
It's
you
just
have
a different
party
game.
mode with
It's a different
everything
game.
on. Yeah, and then you have Fight Me 1v1 Final Destination. Box
Yeah,
zombies, bro.
yeah.
And yeah, it's.
I mean, it's like
but
the
people
whole
have it
entire.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why you can make your own party mode. You can make your own different modes.
Yeah.
Drop items and do all
It's a
that
fun
stuff, which
thing.
I enjoy.
Yeah.
No,
It's just a certain
no.
mindset, really.
Chad, you know what? It's the only time I'm addressing you right now, but I'm playing fighting games again. That's it. Suddenly got that.
We've
urge.
talked
I'm like,
about fighting games. They're gonna go. Alchem's going. We're never gonna see him again. He's gonna play nothing but fighting game streams, 8 hours a day, 8 hours a day fighting game streams.
I do remember though my gaming history was I jumped from so many different games, especially back in the day when it was platformers. Then I jumped into like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and various
Yeah.
other fighting games. I did occasionally jump into racers, but I'm gonna be honest with you, there weren't that many good racer games that I enjoyed. There were some.
That's one genre of game that I've never really enjoyed, other than like Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, yeah. Mario Kart was good.
I never enjoyed the racing games. I guess okay, wait, what was
Speed?
there was one, I can't remember which one it was. It was the one, maybe it was Burnout or something like that. The one that had like the crashing mode.
Yeah, that's Burnout. That's definitely Burnout.
I liked Burnout.
Yeah.
I think it was on Xbox.
They hyped up because they really did hype up all the crashes and everything. It made it look so cool.
I mean, it was pretty cool, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
I can't remember how old I was, but kid me loved seeing those things go explodey.
but now we have all these hyper realistic things. I mean, like, granted, there are hyper realistic simulation stuff like Gran Turismo, Forza now. Yeah. I do like those old timey arcadey ones.
The arcadey
like
ones,
Cruis'n
yeah.
USA, Rush.
Does-
I do love those that let
I
you
guess-
just drive forward.
Yeah, I guess Crazy Taxi doesn't count as a racing game.
Oh my god, yes it does.
Does it count as a racing game? I don't think it's a racing game though.
Not a racing game, but
I enjoyed Crazy
love that
Taxi.
one. It
I
was
enjoyed
so
Crazy
good.
Taxi. I played it on the
did
Dreamcast.
too.
I remember. I really enjoyed it on the Dreamcast.
I love that game. That game was so much fun.
It also
Just
helps.
enjoyed it
No, go ahead.
I remember playing it on the Dreamcast, and there was one in an arcade, and when you
Oh yeah,
crashed,
on the arcade.
like the seat shook and everything, and I loved it. It was so much fun.
Yeah. It was fun. I mean, the thing with it was just a lot of art. I played RTS and FPS games. That was basically all of my stuff. Because I played Warcraft 2 and StarCraft. And then when StarCraft 2 came out, I played basically nothing but StarCraft 2 for like years. I tried going pro at one point. I entered tournaments and stuff.
In the alternate universe, I've probably been watching that shit. I'll be like, that TechnoJelly guy, that guy's really, really cool.
No, I know I was never good enough to do tournaments. I never won a game. It was fun though. I enjoyed it, but I never won a game.
There's a funny thing, like I wasn't really a tournament guy, even though the only tournaments I did were fighting game ones, and
Yeah, you told me you did a
only
couple of fighting
history-
game tournaments.
yeah, usually it was just like school ones or like
Oh yeah. Mine were local
get-togethers.
ones. Yeah, mine were always local ones. I never went like to like the ESLs or anything like that. That'd be crazy.
I wish I did back when I played like intensively, because I got really, really good to the point where
It could have been a chance. You had a chance.
I had a chance because there was this one story. There was this place I found where it's just a gaming kind of. You know how you could like rent like those internet bars where you can sit down, like rent some time, be on the internet. It was basically like that, but with gaming. And
Yeah.
you could sit there, take a few, like rent a couple of hours and gaming on
On a
various different
yeah, it's like
consoles and stuff.
a game PC cafe.
Yeah, yeah, PC Cafe, but with gaming.
Yeah.
And they had a Smash Bros tournament. I joined
Nice.
in, and I'm just playing casually, enjoying myself. I get beaten by one person, end up in the losers bracket. But then slowly, I'm just like, all right, gamer lean on, let's go.
Game
Start
really not.
winning my
Yeah.
way through.
Yeah.
I make it through losers bracket,
Here's the comeback story.
and I make it to the finals where I'm fighting this one guy playing Diddy Kong, and back then because this was Brawl, this was where they had that weird slipping mechanic where you like if you run too much you slip and fall.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know, but sure, go ahead.
and Diddy Kong, it's just some dumb mechanic that they had where they stopped because back in Melee they had this thing where you could just like dash really quickly,
dash forward and back.
Yeah, this is a way to stop it, but it was dumb and everyone hated it, and that's why they took it out. Long story short, I was playing someone who was clearly had no chance to win against. But by the grace of I don't know something, the gaming gods smiled on me that day. I beat him, and they gave me this cool little pass for as winning. Where here we go, you have a free I think it was like a week-long time of like being able to access there, and I could just basically go there not for free.
Yeah.
I never went back. I never went back. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I won. I'll be sure to use this. Never went back, and that place closed down after a while.
I mean, those places were always going to close down. Unfortunately, they never got that popular.
It wasn't viable because everyone had a console. Everyone who wanted to be a gamer, who wanted to play games, got a console and played online at home.
Yeah. The only types of cafes that I've ever really enjoyed are the gaming cafe or like the board game cafes that I go to with my friends sometimes. Those are fun.
Oh, those are actually I love those. I wish I could go to one. There's none near me anymore. There used to be quite a few, but there's none anymore. And
there's one near me. There's one near my friends and I, and that's pretty fun. They make really good chicken too. We eat chicken and play board games.
I used to go to like Toys R Us's and other places like that. There was a Wizards of the Coast one time where I lived, and they had gaming tournaments. I used to play like the Pokemon trading card game stuff.
Yeah.
Like, and I still have a collection of them. One day I gotta get them appraised and see how much they are because I have some of the older ones too.
Yeah.
And I used to just play tournaments, and it was a lot of fun. And little me was a little grubby hand mischief maker. So sometimes this is not evidence. This is not evidence for anything. Like grumpy.
Allegedly, this is allegedly.
Allegedly. You know, my card. I opened a pack. I got it. I just bought a pack, and I'm like, oh, this is a really rare card. Oh man, I should put in a slip. I don't have a slip. Now I have a slip, and Look, allegedly.
I mean, to be fair, allegedly those slips also cost like cents. So I mean, it's not like nothing's bad happening.
Yeah. No,
you bought the pack, and that's their main business model anyway.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't buying the pack. I wasn't like stealing the pack, but I did allegedly grab some stuff. I will say those were a lot of fun back then because
I never actually got into card games. Funny enough, which I mean. No, I was never really into card. Ironically, the first card game I was really into was Hearthstone.
Oh, that one actually. Okay, Hearthstone was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed Hearthstone. Hearthstone.
Part of me wants to go back to it, but at the same time, I'm just like I have so many other games that play like Hearthstone that I want to try.
Right now, I'm playing. Right now, I play mostly Marvel Snap when it comes to card games.
Oh, how is that worth it?
I like it. Marvel Snap is, you know what the funny thing is? What Marvel Snap reminds me of is it's the good version of Artifact. Do you remember Artifact?
Yeah, I do remember. It's
actually kind of funny because like it reminds me of what Artifact was trying to do, but the difference is it's fun and good. And like it only lasts 6 turns. It's it's fun and I mean, I'm not even like a Marvel fan. Like, I actually don't know most of the characters that I'm playing. Like, I know the cards, but I don't know what the characters are other than, like, the main ones. Like, obviously, I know what Iron Man is, but, like, There's a bunch of cards. I'm like, I have absolutely no idea who these characters are.
Oh.
But man, is their card good. But I enjoy it. It's well, you know what the funny thing is? Marvel Snap is made by a bunch of the old Hearthstone devs when they left Blizzard. So I mean, it comes full circle.
Jelly's just like, oh, cool, a Wolverine card. Who's Wolverine?
I know who Wolverine is. Like I said, I know the main. I know the main ones. It's just there's a bunch of them I have absolutely no idea who they are.
I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, well, look, Mysterio. Who's Mysterio? Carnage.
Actually, I didn't really know who
Mysterio.
I didn't really know who Mysterio was. I know who Mysterio. I knew who Mysterio is now because of like the new Spider-Man stuff, but like before that, I had no idea. Yeah. I had no idea.
I can't believe it. This man.
Like
it probably has.
I didn't really know who Red Skull was until like the new Marvel movies. Like I also haven't even watched all of the Marvel, like all of the MCU stuff, even the OG MCU stuff. Like I didn't really like. It's like I'm not really into it.
This man probably has no idea who Gambit is. Doesn't know who Juggernaut is. Well, no, Juggernaut because of the memes. I'm pretty sure most people know the.
Well, wait.
The Juggernaut.
Yeah, I know who Juggernaut is because of that. Gambit wasn't he part of the X-Men?
Yeah, he was part of the X-Men. He was the one who could literally just turn anything into a bomb, but for some reason he just loved to just turn cards into bombs and toss them.
Oh, like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, literally the power. He could touch a wall and just ignite it where it just blows up. But no, it's like I want to just be, throwing cards at people. I mean, hey man, it looked really cool though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Kelly with this lack of Marvel knowledge.
I don't have a lot of knowledge, man. When it comes to my knowledge is very specific to video games and like Dungeons and Dragons. You are a nerd. It's okay, Alchem. You can embrace the nerd. You can embrace the nerd. It's okay. You're in a safe space. You are a nerd. It's fine.
No, my girlfriend will think I'm a nerd. And
she
be like, you nerd.
First of all, she already calls you that. Don't lie to me. Second of all, you are. On all accounts. Baby man, nerd, all of the things, probably correct.
I thought you were referring to nerd, not God damn it.
No, I said yes to all.
Wow, I see what it is. But gaming-wise, yeah, that's history. Like right now, because most of the games nowadays are mostly shooters. I kind of just got stuck with shooters. Although I jump into platformers the second they come out, because most platformers.
I would say there's a lot of games more than just shooters. I would say you can't get away from roguelikes nowadays.
You can't get rid of roguelikes.
Like roguelikes, there's about 500 roguelikes uploaded to Steam every day. That's not a fact. That's just what it feels like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, roguelikes. I feel like roguelikes, they're their own genre, and they don't really
100%.
Go in like they don't come and go in trends. This is the new roguelike. Yeah. Everyone likes it. Everyone plays it.
It's like there's like roguelikes and then the subgenre of card-based roguelikes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I never expected that to be a thing.
I mean, Slay the Spire is so popular though. Mm-hmm. There's this new one that's just so funny because it's basically a card roguelike that came out. It was on Steam Next Fest and I saw a bunch of people playing it. I can't remember the name unfortunately, but the art style is really cool. It's kind of like almost like a coloring book like art style, but it's got D&D style rolls, but there's cards in the game where you can roll a dice and change any number, period. So like you can change the number of a boss's health. If you roll a 1, you can change it to 1 for the main boss's health if you want to. Like it's just like these cards that say you roll this and you can change any numerical value on the screen. It doesn't matter what it is. And it's really interesting. Also, I really liked it's a first-person card roguelike, and there's like first-person animation. So like if you play a crossbow card, you see you in first person, you take out a crossbow and shoot the guy. It's really cool. Oh, I like the animation.
Very awesome.
Unfortunately, it's the release date is like to be determined. So it's like unfortunately probably not even close to being released. I think from what I remember, but yeah. But yeah, roguelikes are definitely games you can't get away from.
It just reminded me I need to finish Darkest Dungeon one day.
I have never
So,
been Darkest Dungeon. Like, not that I.
I need to
It's just so
get through
long.
it
It
and over
takes
to.
takes so long.
I mean, it.
I mean,
That's the charm of roguelikes.
even on the
They're
quick mode.
they're yeah. But that's one of the charms of roguelikes. They're supposed to be a long journey. Like you die, you gain a little bit. You either picked up some experience, you
Yeah.
unlock some things, and you move forward with what you got until finally you get through.
Yeah.
And then some people take the challenge of, I want to try to beat it first try with little to nothing of any of the benefits. And
Yeah.
that's when you're maxing out the fun right there. I mean, if that's the type of game, if that's the kind of way you like to play.
Yeah.
I like it for story. I mostly like roguelikes for story, and eventually that feeling of, I climbed that mountain. I made it to the top.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb really did that well
That
too.
was so much fun.
I need to play the new. I need to play the new update at some point.
Me too. I didn't realize that I'd have to. I got into it, restarted my entire thing, and doing a fresh run. I didn't realize that the new stuff doesn't happen until like.
Oh no! It's like it's a late game. It's a late game update, or not necessarily late game, but like it's a you can play, you can use your old saves for this.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I found out. So I'm just like, should I just go back and use my old save? And I'm like, nah, let's do it fresh, because it's been forever since I played it. And I'm just like, But still, I've been having fun with that. I'm also trying to play like a couple. I'm trying to knock out a lot of games that I have started and never finished because.
Yeah, you fall guilty under that.
Yeah, but I'm feeling like every gamer has this. Everyone
has to at some point.
Of a catalog.
Everyone has it to a certain point. Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to make sure I can knock them out, and I'm glad, like, when we're doing the thing where we're gaming on Wednesdays, we're knocking out some of the games I never finished or never got through, and
all the co-op ones.
Yeah. Let's see. But other than that, that's been my history with games. Lately now, it's just, I'll be honest with you, I feel like I've run the well dry somewhat with new games. I mean, granted,
Helldivers looks cool.
It looks really cool. I know I want to get Yakuza Infinite Wealth, but that's late. I can wait for that later.
I mean, that's also a JRPG, so that's like a when do I have 120 hours for a game?
And Persona 3 is another one. Like I would love to play it, but I can wait and because it'll devour a giant chunk of my life. But thankfully, it's not. Helldiver 2 is a good example of this.
Well, that's a pop in and
play. Get in late. Yeah, if you get in late though, the grand majority of players who show up at the beginning, they're mostly gone, and you're mostly stuck with like either experienced players or those players who don't want to fuck around, so they don't want someone who's just learning. I see that a lot with like the fighting game genre, where if you come into the game late, then by then all the people who got in at the beginning, they're gone, and the only people who are left are like the top tier players who
the dedicated audience.
But you won't learn very well. You won't learn a lot, but it's just one of those kind of things. I mean, hell, I'm already seeing that when I play Lethal Company. I'm already seeing that where people are opening lobbies where it's like expert only. You must be boss level. No fucking around.
Yeah.
Thankfully, people are still, they don't care. They want.
I mean, as long as at least they're upfront about it. You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like I've actually I don't know, I follow the Zeekers, the guy who makes like the company.
Yeah, so I've seen.
And he's talking about how he's like update 50 is taking a long time, and because he doesn't want to do
come out soon, but then I saw the post too.
Yeah, he said it's taking time. I mean, I kind of agree. I don't know if I necessarily agree with him that he should only it should only be big updates, but I understand what he's going for. And to be fair, he's also like, if the game didn't have a completely open modding scene, I would say you need to update the game more. But with the modding scene and everything like that, I mean, I think it's totally fine.
I feel like at this point, I mean, if he wants to add monsters, cool. I love the basic ones that are there. Yeah. They're all fun and unique and cool to deal with. Even the newest, the Nutcracker, is really cool to deal with.
Oh yeah.
If he does add new ones, awesome.
I mean, that's one of the reasons. Yeah, one of the big reasons he said that it's going to be taking a long time is because he wants every update to be like a zoo. Him opening the zoo.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'll agree with that because then you have.
I just
You
don't
just
want it
have
to be
people
only
reacting to
monsters.
one monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be
I will,
only one monster, or I just don't want it to be only monsters. I want more interior designs, more items, more
Give us
decorations.
something else.
Like
Give
if you're
us
gonna, the problem is
give us
if
a
you're
lab
gonna,
or something.
if you're going to be big updates, then it can't just be monsters.
Yeah.
If it's big updates, so then it's got to be everything, unfortunately, or not everything, but like it has to be like a bunch of things, not just one thing.
What it should be, it should be.
But he's also talked about how he's also worked on like I mean even when the smaller update happened a couple weeks ago, when he did like the different hallways in the normal factor or the normal like industrial map, inside, like even just like stuff like that made the industrial things more interesting in general.
Yeah.
So like even stuff like that, like even just small stuff. Like I also really want a new like interior. I think that'd be cool.
That's exactly.
Like there's right now there's all I don't even think it needs to be a new planet, because I feel like a new planet.
Or you know what? Just do like multiple sites. Like
I was gonna say it'd be cool if each of the moons had different sites that you could go to, because it kind of even I don't know how, like for instance I don't know game design, like I know basically nothing about coding. I know very basic stuff, so I don't know how difficult it would be for him to have like, because I mean it is randomly generated inside, but it kind of sucks that the outside isn't like there's no differences ever.
It randomly generates a little bit, but honestly, the major layouts.
Yeah, the major layouts are the same. Everything is the same. Like there are some things, but it'd be cool. Like okay, I understand that you don't want to have different. Maybe it is too complicated. Maybe it's either too complicated, or honestly, maybe it's not even worth it. Like the amount of work that he'd have to do is probably not even worth it for the outside. But it'd be cool if there's different landing sites.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Like different landing sites for a new layout would be refreshing. I'll say the beauty of the whole randomly generated dungeon inside is what makes it absolutely refreshing.
It makes it awesome.
You can never remember anything. There's no one who can try to remember. Everyone
There's
has
no
memorization. It works. Yeah. Strats work.
I mean,
one way or another.
Yeah, strats work against the monsters, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you have no idea whether like say you're backing away from the bracket, you have no idea unless you've already walked back the path before.
Yeah.
You have no idea whether you're going the right way or not unless you know exactly where you're going, or you just came from that direction.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it fun. That's why I enjoy it. And still will continue to play it every time, even if I sabotage my friends.
It's very fun. I also would love more just like funny items to
like the mask.
I don't know if like I don't know. I don't want there too many items like that for like actual like. Okay, let me put it this way. I want more useless items, like the horn and stuff, like the horn and stuff like that. Because like the mask obviously has like this is a troll item, right? But there's like a purpose to it.
Cushion.
Like I want more whoopee cushions. I just want more funny stuff that like you can grab.
Yeah.
And like it's just like. I mean, it's also one of those things where I understand that if you want, because one of the things is like I don't know how attached he is to the lore and stuff like that, because everyone's like with the lore of Lethal Company and stuff like that, like just the junk that we're grabbing maybe has significance. So like I get it that he only wants to add things that would make sense, and I get that, but I also would love to find more things. Like what does the company want us to get?
I'm really curious because there is that drill underneath.
Yeah, and all the
we're gonna get more,
and all the journals and stuff.
Yeah, and the hidden files that are in the computer if you type certain phrases. There used to be some that you could type in before the latest update.
Yeah,
but
then
the latest update came and some of those logs came out. And for those watching and listening in on the YouTube, if you ever get the chance, look up certain words to type in on the computer.
Yeah.
You should see some responses or some things that, like, it won't just say the random generic response. It'll give you something.
Yeah.
There is
something
in that game, and I'm looking forward to it.
One interesting thing, I don't know if you've never noticed, if you give the moon descriptions, 2 of the moons are exactly the same description. The only thing that's changed is the name.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. Yeah. And like one day I kind of just went through a gambit of names and typed, I mentioned
just typing stuff.
like the 4 names of the original 4 in the journals. Some
Yep.
of them actually give you something, some of them don't.
Yep.
Because there's that one, I heard Sigurd, that's the one little sticky note one that
Yeah.
Sigurd gives you something, but one of them gave you something before, but before a patch came out,
Yeah.
that name no longer applies. It doesn't give you anything anymore. But I love that.
Yeah,
love
I mean, the main
more.
4 people are interesting. I kind of want to know more what happened to them.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I mean, unfortunately, we're all it's almost
We know what
guaranteed they're all
happened.
dead.
Yeah.
But like, I'd like to know.
I want to know what happened. Their journey.
I mean, we know how one of them died.
Sadly, because of the, I think it was Journal 4 or something like that. But
Yeah,
I know one of the journals mentioned them dying.
Yeah, he gets killed by the Bracken, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost guaranteed. It's like pretty confirmed. It's like soft confirmed that the main guy dies from the little girl. Which is why
you mentioned him going crazy.
Yeah, well, like he's literally going crazy, and he hears stuff
Yeah.
all the time, which is like,
yeah.
It's also one of those things where she's also one of the only people not in the bestiary, so he died before he could enter it because it killed her.
Oh my god! I didn't. Oh my
Yeah,
god! I didn't.
Because he was the one writing all the things. He's all the one writing all the things, and he dies before he can put the girl in because the girl kills him.
That is actually okay. That is a cool little touch.
To be fair, the masked people are now also there, but also the masked are newer. So like once again, this is not up to date.
It's not. Yeah, and it's in like 0.5 right now, so it's not technically 0.1.
It's It's version 49 we're on right now.
Version 0.49, or is it actually 49?
Yeah. I don't know honestly. That's what Zeekers calls it. He calls it versions this, versions that. So I don't know what it means. I mean, it's nowhere near 1.0. We know that. Yeah. Like this is nowhere near finished.
I still enjoy the game for what it is, and I will say that if he does that approach like you're saying, where he doesn't drop like one monster or 2 monsters. He literally drops
he wants to open the zoo,
a planet, and a layout and everything. That's awesome because that's like when someone opens an an amusement park kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's like welcome to, and then just new map, new everything, new monsters. Good luck figuring out the new mechanics, and there you go. Because not only do you have the old monsters, you now have this new playground to play in, and a bunch of scary things that you have to learn how they function.
Yeah. I think. I mean, the best thing about the game is that it's like there's infinite possibility, basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do hope that he takes a hint and does some of the mods, just integrates some of the mods, like the better lobby system for the mods and stuff like that. Like I get if you want to stick to 4 people vanilla, I understand. But for the love of God, let us like
it could be a party game. It could literally be a party game. It is.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's just one of the things where it's like let us like let people join and stuff like that. Like it's like one of those things where it's like the mod lets people join mid game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that needs to be in vanilla. That needs to be in vanilla. Please, Zeekers, I beg of you.
Speaking of one mod, I did see one mod that I actually found very fascinating because it just turns everything upside down, at least to a degree. It's when you grab the apparatus. I think I saw it on I think it was
it spawns an enemy, doesn't it, or something like that?
No. When you grab the apparatus, a warning bell chime, like a warning alarm goes off and saying that the planet is about to explode. Or the facility is about to explode.
The facility is about to die. Yeah.
And so you have to make a mad dash out of there with your team.
Yeah.
In order to survive. Otherwise, you're all dead.
Yep.
Which I think is cool.
Yeah.
Because that just like one day, like you have a friend who just loves to just grab the shiny apparatus, and then all of a sudden the alarms flare and everyone just starts panicking, and it's. That's like
the comedy. The one problem with that mod is that it means if you were playing seriously. I mean, to be fair, if you're installing that mod, there's no way you're playing seriously. But it means you have to grab that last if you want to play seriously. But
exactly.
I mean, no one's playing seriously if you're installing that mod. To be fair.
Yeah. I mean, look, as a trying to be better content creator, I would grab that and I would literally just run up. I would be the first one making a mad dash to it, wait till everyone's well into the facility, and then just be like, oops. Yeah. And just hearing everyone panic, and I would just be like, this is music to my ears.
Have you seen the highest people have gotten in terms
Um,
of
I've seen
quota?
this. I've seen a couple of streams where people are trying to get to the highest possible thing they can. I know it's impossible
60.
because eventually it
Eventually,
exceeds what you can
eventually,
take.
you literally can't do it.
Yeah, yeah. And people have
It's
made it to
the
like
highest so far
day.
is 68,000 something for
Oh,
the. It's like
uh,
6,800 and something, or I don't remember honestly. The world record is
that's
in. It was very high. It's basically I was listening to the video person, the video
hmm?
talking about it, and they say eventually, eventually, it's a more of a you have to grab, first of all, you have to maximize like the first like it's like the first quota, you have to maximize it so hard, and by the second quota you're going to the high tier moons, because you
Yeah,
need to stockpile so much in order to get the what's it called, the quotas in that later game, that you basically have to depend on your stockpile, because there's no
yeah.
way you're going to make the quote you're not going to make the quotas through the moons themselves after a while.
No, that became something. That became something that a lot of people learned quickly.
Yeah,
Stockpile. Don't sell everything
you have
immediately.
to stockpile.
Stockpile. Yeah. Like if you're just goofing around, don't stockpile because then you can just buy funny stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, yeah.
I
That's if
do
you're
hope they
going the hard
change.
route.
I if whether or not it's on purpose or not, I do hope they do something about the jetpack, because it's just useless. It's
Oh,
like such an expensive, useless thing, and I'm like, just the one thing, honestly, what I want it to change is just make it so when someone dies with it, it doesn't explode.
yeah. That's I kind of wish it just stayed like the body's
If
dead, but you at least
Yeah,
recover the
if
jetpack.
you can recover the jetpack, I think honestly you don't have to change anything about it.
And
If
be like,
it's
oh
if
my
this is
god,
Yeah, but the fact that
like
the fact that it basically is a one time use thing, and it's just so useless. I mean, if that's
like
the
Greg,
point, if that's the point,
Greg, you died.
yeah,
Gibbs.
yeah. If that's the point, then go ahead. But like, I feel like if it's supposed to be actually good, then it definitely should be able to be used multiple times.
Yeah, yeah. I do enjoy that. It's, I will say though, it is still funny. It is still so funny just giving it to someone for the first
Seeing
time,
people using
and
it for the first time is hilarious.
yeah, they just fly. Maybe they smack themselves head first into the wall,
Yeah,
or
and just die
they just
immediately.
keep going, and then they suddenly just blow up like a firework.
Yep, that's great.
It's and that's why I like that game because there's so much variety.
Yep.
Gaming wise, that is my history. That is your history, and now and that is why I think the gaming culture is doomed. Thank you for listening
Thank
to
you
my
for coming to our
presentation.
TED talk.
Yes, the TED
Yeah.
talk. But we're okay. So history over, but I guess unless you have more history,
I mean, I could go on for hours, but yeah, we
and let's
can.
go.
I mean, I don't
I
know. It depends.
I'm just I what I was going on is like that is like well guys we're gonna be talking about games for a while because one that is literally our bread and butter for the most
It's
part.
true. It's
Not
true.
only as like not only as content creators ourselves, but as gamers because we grew up with this. This was our era. This was our thing. Gaming has changed in a lot of ways, but still the same in certain degrees. And
Yeah.
we'll most of our podcasts are going to be this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is good. I think this is good for our first episode.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think
Not
it went
not
well.
bad. AlchemGames in the future. This is it. You guys nailed it. Day one.
Day one.
S-
Absolutely
Day
zero
one.
technical problems in the
Do
beginning
not
and the
change
midway.
anything. Everything was perfect. No technical issues.
No
We didn't.
technical issues.
I didn't turn into a JPEG at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Nothing happened.
Don't change it. Do not change this.
I didn't
Okay,
accidentally mute
I
halfway
may have changed
through and realized I was muted for some of it. It's fine.
it. Are you serious? Oh no.
No,
Oh
it's okay.
no.
No, that was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke.
Oh god.
I was muting because I was coughing a lot at one point, so I was muting and unmuting. That's why.
Oh okay. I was about
Yeah,
to be like,
yeah.
oh no. I was like, oh no, your audio.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So, yeah, why don't you do an outro first? You go first.
Okay. Okay, chat. Those watching from either YouTube or those watching from the live stream. Hi again. My name is Alchem. I'm a virtual Tanuki VTuber who normally streams live on Twitch, and you can catch me on any random day because I honestly do not have a schedule. I just kind of go live whenever I feel like playing. But I play every game under the sun that interests me, so you can catch me there on Twitch, where I will normally interact with all of you guys. For those who are watching on my live stream right now, I normally have interactable commands and like stuff that you can redeem through points and stuff. But for the for any podcasts, I will be turning those off for respect for my fellow podcast streamer here, Jelly. I know normally I interact with all of you guys, but when I do this, I will not have those on.
Alchem's stream is very interactive normally. Very interactive.
Thanks you guys for understanding though. So hope you guys enjoy these podcasts, as we will be talking about any random thing under the sun.
Yep.
Take it away, Jelly.
Mostly gaming though, probably, considering that's where we go. Hello everyone, my name is TheTechnojelly. I am a slime VTuber. I am mostly on YouTube, but I also stream on Twitch. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 2 p.m. EST every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like I said. Videos on YouTube also go up Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. This podcast will be uploaded on my YouTube I'm going to give myself a 2-hour time limit, and hopefully I'll be able to upload it in 2 hours. If not, it will be sometime soon tonight. It depends on how long it takes, and I don't exactly know how we'll be editing it, but I'll figure it out. We're doing it live. I'm not doing it live. I'm doing it by myself alone, but we're doing it live. So yeah, and this will be a weekly thing, so I hope to see you all again in the Two Buds One Podcast episode 2. Or wait, is this episode 0 or episode 1? Probably episode 1.
This
Probably this is the pilot. So maybe episode 1 next week.
Yeah,
episode
1,
2, 3. Episode 64 is going to be happening next week. Yeah, we'll be talking about whatever we want, and yeah, hopefully we'll be doing it. To be fair, it went pretty smoothly considering. But yeah, thank you all for being here, and both Alchem and I will see you again next Sunday.